time for Leather Podcast.
You're looking sharp, mate.
Just after basketball court.
It's a Brad Pitt and Fury number there.
I was shooting some hoop.
I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to do with my hair.
I used to have a similar
What, for
style.
the fight?
No, just in general, it's getting out of control.
Just grow it long as fuck, look like Gary.
Get braids, mate.
Gary Thompson, what's happening with him?
He's just
been
hustling, mate. Aye, he went to Guns N' Roses. And he was
Did
like, aye, he was.
Did he go with you?
He didn't go with
No.
me, but he messaged me. But I was.
They might cramp your style.
I was a wee bit incapacitated. I was a wee
He's
bit.
like, that's just like his breakfast tea, like,
I know. It floors me, and he's like, that just gets me up out of bed in the morning. But aye, the old Gaza's doing all right. Doug the Thug messaged me, and he was like,
You're still calling.
Doug the Thug, I know, it's funny.
Is that what it's in your still name drop me on this?
I know he is.
Ugly.
So he messaged me and he says,
Doug Life.
he's like, the daughter messaged me and sent me the clip that you were taking drugs on the golf course. And no shanks, I take them. And I was like, I said you didn't take them. And she's like, aye, but if you're taking them, then it suggests I'm taking them. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And he's like, aye, but it does. And I'm like, do you fuck off? No, it doesn't.
My daughter texted me yesterday and she said, Dad, my friend sent me a TikTok video of you saying you're going to uppercut your mum because your friend Paul did.
Oh.
She's only 6. She's like, would you
have my gran?
Would you really uppercut your mum? I was like, mine I would, aye, but your mum's mum I wouldn't. She's all right.
I know. How do we should limit this to like our kids? Like, you're all right, your daughter's.
Oh, they'll see it though, mate. That's all that happens. They just, is this your dad?
I like teach Waynes and all people that look up to me, and then I think like I said some shit.
I know, but it's we're just
That's
real
just who
life.
I'm at.
But it's just
You
who
don't
we
like
are.
it? Fuck off.
Who am
you-
I? I
so-
remember the first ever time I heard that. I'd never heard that phrase.
What?
Who am I?
am
Till
I?
I was about 21. I was working at a pub.
Who are you, Ross?
So I
who
would,
are you?
I wouldn't say who am I. Like the boy walked up and he went, "Do you know who am I?"
Oh,
and I was
aye.
like,
That's terrible.
What?
That's terrible grammar, son.
"Is this? What the fuck does that mean?" Anyway,
I
just
remember
a odd saying.
on the back of a school bus. I got at home one time. It only goes to Hollytown for Anaconda. Turn me up a wee touch, please. And we were on with this fucking clown, right? I ended up shagging his mom. It's another story, by the way. But like, he was a nabby, right? He was a fucking pellet, and this old guy was going off, and I think he nudged the old guy, and the old guy turned around and just grabbed him. And we were at the back, and he grabbed him, and this guy's like, "Do you know Emma? Do you know Emma?" And we've all just started laughing because he's named it. Why did you fucking say that?
Why was that the thing you dropped?
Is this like you try to scare this guy as if he was somebody? But that's the first time I ever heard it. And years down the line, I banged his mom, man.
Right, tell us this story.
and
You
his
can't
ma-
just touch it and go.
His mom was a mega mouth where we grew up in Stein.
Like American Pie style.
Aye,
Stifler's
like-
mum.
Should I name it? I don't know. Big enemy, right? Like grown up, like you, like she was.
How
She
many,
was the one.
how many ham shangles did you have over her as a
I can't believe I'm telling you this, man.
Say when with the others.
When?
I'm still going.
Aye, right, so-
cheesy peeps.
But like, I was still young, and like, it was after a Celtic Rangers game. We ended up back at that guy's house at the back of the bus, but he just went to that night shift. But it's my mate's Ma's pal, and basically they used to always come to my mate's bit where Ma was, and I'm like, "Oh, your Ma's pal's in and all."
What age would you have been at this time?
I want to say 20, 23 or something, 23, 22.
What age is the mum?
40s?
High 40s,
Oh,
aye.
right.
But still, at this time, was still magnifique.
Game for a stretching.
Aye.
Oh man, she's 40 odd. She's definitely been
So we ended up in
stretched.
the, we ended up in a house party, her house party, basically after a Celtic game.
And he's away to work?
He'd just left, but we
Brilliant.
hadn't seen him. We went in, just away to work, blah blah.
She set that up well, to be fair.
Aye, but like all my mates and the other mods in the living room, in the kitchen, you know what I mean? You've been dragged up the stair half like the one. You're like, fuck, is this happening? This happened. My mate says we're doing the living room like the chandelier. The chandelier was shaking.
Swinging
Off.
like fuck.
I end up running home the next day. I ran home with her house coat on all the way to my mom's bit. Right, listen to this, gets better. All the way to her, with her house coat on all the way home to my mom's bit, which was across the park, and it had her phone and that in it. And I'd left all my shit there, and I was just woke up. I was out my tits. No,
That was my next question I was going to ask.
right, I was out my tits. But see, the next day, she had to come to my house and get her stuff, and like I had to give her
And who did you live with at this time?
My mum. I had her phone in her houseboat, and she had like my jeans and shit, and my watch. And she came to my mum's gate, and I just had to like, it was just a transfer, like, just went back.
Hi, I'll give you a message.
But that was, aye,
Was it a one and done?
Aye, that was a fun one and done, man. It was
And your mum knows the score as well. She's looking at the window, just like.
It was an experience, put it that way. Like when you're a young boy and like you're an older chick, and it was good. There was a box. There was a box under the bed, like the boo box out of Hook.
Oh, did she bring out a box and fucking warped your young little mind?
At the time, I was
Seen one of these before?
I was at the time I was full of drugs and all that, so I was like, I was out my tits, man. It was good.
The thing is, did you put in a performance?
I did. I'm sure I did.
I'm going to say you didn't, because if she didn't want it again.
The chandelier, no, I think it was just because of my age.
Does your mate know? If he doesn't, he knows now.
He isn't my mate, but
I wonder why he's not your mate anymore.
no,
He was not my mate.
He was never my mate, ever my mate. But
It's just because you didn't know who he was.
He didn't know who he was, but I found it.
Do you know who I was?
Do you know about like I'm a fucking gimp, man?
It's the
But
worst saying, eh?
But I've not actually not seen her since, man. I wonder what she's up to.
Well, I'll be looking her up on.
Big geezer can DM the podcast or that. Yeah.
Oh no, I can't believe I told that story. I think my mate's Mars and that. I'm hearing that too. Anyway, but do you know what was on last night? Did you go out last night? No, the Undertaker thing.
Oh mate, I did see that. One of the guys
people
on my
putting up-
I
social
didn't
media.
think it was until like August or some shit.
I know. I would have got
I
tickets.
seen
to see
people
that.
putting up
Big Mark.
pictures with their kids and that at it. Eh?
So
Legend.
my mate was there, and there was people down the front that paid like 300 that could ask him a question and not if you
cool.
like. So this got one guy's like, so he gets to ask his question. He's like, see when every person you tombstoned, like, did anybody ever fart in your face? The Undertaker's like, I've wrestled for over 30 years, and you want to ask me questions about farts?
Yeah.
I just paid all that money, and that's the question you ask.
Well,
See, when you tombstone somebody, did anybody fart in your face, man? Pure Scottish. And he's just like, long story short, like, no, because I would have fucking leathered him, basically. But I thought we were going to go to that.
I know we were. Fucked it. What about? Did you see the obviously infamous Hell in the Cell toss?
Aye, two of them talking about it.
I was all staged and practiced every single inch. Where you're thinking, obviously we know there's a bit of pageantry in wrestling, and it's very, 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 very scripted. Although there's chances where people can still get hurt and all that kind of stuff when things go wrong. But this was something that they obviously spoke about and said, like, no, we practiced it, we practiced it and practiced it. Whereas I thought this was like a spur of the moment thing.
So obviously we just had like a crash mat or something, and just they were actually practicing throwing them off it. I didn't know that.
Aye.
I thought it was just like, just throw me off, go for it, and just went with it, man.
Because I've seen Mark, sorry, the Undertaker. So
Whoa,
my friends call him Mark, but I've seen like him talking about it before. Whereas he's like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And he was like, and Mick Foley's like, no, I want to. This is my moment. Because some people are like, oh, Mick Foley was an amazing wrestler and he was in my top 10. He didn't. He did like a couple of cool things in hardcore matches that cemented him as like one of the wrestlers we talk about.
He's a stuntman, wasn't he?
Aye, but if you're thinking about some of the greatest wrestlers of all time, he doesn't come close. A good wrestler, I'm not taking that away from him, and I think he's amazing as a performer. But
Who we also met.
we did meet him. We gave him a jumper.
Aye, the Hit Squad one. It was far too big for his head anyway.
Aye, his head was fucking huge, man. But anyway, he was.
But he didn't want to speak about it, didn't he? No? Like
No.
before it, he's like, no questions about the Hell in a Cell match or some shit like that.
It's one of these things because it's. Like,
I didn't know that much about wrestling.
Probably
so.
just sick of them, man.
Aye, it's the same questions in it, and do you want to run about doing the same thing again? I think it's one of these things you can just type in and hear what his actual comments were at the time, round about the time about it.
And the first guy will ask him about it.
Aye.
And the first guy's like, hey, about the Hell in a Cell, and every cunt's just like, what the fuck, man? So aye, retards.
Aye. Who's the coolest one we've seen?
Bret Hart,
Is
obviously.
it Bret?
Well, I seen Ric Flair in Tynecastle up at your way, and
What was he up to? Just went to see the Hearts, like.
I thought, like, Bret Hart's not a known, like, fucking shagger or party guy like Ric Flair was, so I enjoyed Ric Flair more, but Bret Hart was like my hero, so I was like, But I think who else? No, Jericho.
Oh, Jericho,
man.
man.
We met Jericho. I was seen a couple, mate.
I know he was tiny. I couldn't believe how small he was.
Me and Paul took backstage to meet Jericho, but he
Where
was
about?
small, but he was pretty broad, though, wasn't he?
Because we'd left, we were leaving, and the girl who had set it up was like, "Are you not coming in?" And I was like, I looked at Chris and I was like,
he had a Funko and he didn't want to say that.
I know, I didn't follow it in. And I was like, no,
I should
I'm not
have
bringing
took it. I should have taken it.
So we jump in and we get a picture of him, have a quick chat with him. We obviously speak about MMA because at that point, was he not against it? It was somebody's like, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand
Was
it.
he? I can't remember.
I'm sure he was.
You get a lot of-
He was interested in it, though.
Aye.
You get a lot of attitudes like that in America, though, eh? Because like boxing was so against MMA, and they put out a lot of fucking shit propaganda about it. Who was the one? He was vice president. In fact, he hated it.
Trump?
Nah, the one before
vice
him,
president.
old guy before him, who went against. Oh, fuck knows. Can't mind his name.
He went against wrestling?
No, he went
MMA?
against Donald Trump, I'm sure, but I can't mind his name. But he was like always trying. That's why they couldn't get couldn't get MMA into New York because of fucking him, because these were all like probably fucking paid by boxing commissions to be fair, dodgy cunts. But aye, they were all fucking. It's quite common in America. Europeans are pure open to MMA, but fucking
Well, we've just recently had Paris
aye.
just during the lockdown. That was like
know.
one of the last places to.
France is not a
Tell
fucking rational place. I was meant to go there on Monday. I'm
no
fucking
right
glad
now.
I didn't. I was going to book it on Monday there, but my wee one broke her arm on Saturday, so I didn't go. I was waiting till the day to see if the fucking. I was waiting till Monday to see if the riots calmed down a bit, and they fucking haven't.
Why are they rioting?
Because
Black
Viva la
kid was
Resistance?
killed.
Algerian kid got shot dead by the
Right,
police.
so it's like
I think there's like I think it's one of these things where the police are quite brutal out there, and I think they target ethnic minorities. Would it be right in saying that?
I don't know.
Come on, speak your mind, man.
You're
Policeman
normal.
Be racist if you want,
I'm
man.
not going to be racist. Policeman pointed a gun at him and told him to stop his fucking car, and he tried to run the policeman over, and the policeman shot him.
Right, well, all right then, just
But then I think it's one of these things where the police are quite brutal too.
Aye,
if you're not a white European.
Aye.
Are they no a
Maybe.
different type of police are there? Is it no like a military type? But
I
they're
think all
fucking-
European
they're
police are a
mental.
bit more like paramilitary looking than ours. Ours are kind of soft. Eh?
Nice wee guys. How you doing? Whereas they like,
Their heart fucked after he
Aye, basically. But I
whereas they
think
literally just bump.
what they're saying is the police, they boxed his car in, told him to stop the car and get out, and he fucking didn't. He drove towards the policeman and he fucking put a hole in his seat. Like, did you see the cunts driving the car on fire into the Lidl? And did you see them letting all the animals out the zoo? There's fucking zebras running down the Champs-Elysees in that.
Brilliant.
It's
the
mental.
new Madagascar film.
Mate, it's fucking. They just went into the zoo and let all the animals out. It's fucking mental. There's lions running about in that.
But then that's like if you have an issue with the government, that's one of the ways to.
The French do it. Eh?
What resistance, man?
Viva la Resistance.
Mind when they were just all running, they were running across the motorways and just blocking them all. Just
What was
saying,
it?
"Let's you
Did they
fuck."
not do, or was it Italy that did the protests?
It was to do with the fuel prices in France, wasn't it? And then they said every single weekend we're going to come out and fucking block all the roads, and they just kept doing it until they put the fuel back down. But that's the French government will get into them. They've got to. But aye, I wanted to go to France on Monday.
Were you going for?
I was going
Disney?
to take them to Disney. Aye, I was just like, of
course you were.
Do you know what? Let's fuck
course
off.
you were.
I was going.
Such a good dad.
We'll fuck off to Disney for a couple of days once the bros calm down.
See, last week you were talking about the race.
What?
You're talking about the race. You're
against the PE teacher.
you're like, I definitely was there because I don't know what you were talking.
Now you understand what I'm saying, eh? He was a bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like probably one of the main stars. Like, no, he definitely was there. Because the skin colour.
He likes urban music, he would say.
He played for PSG.
Well, no, white. Did PSG got any white guys play for them? Probably no.
You know what we didn't speak about last week? That mad fucking submarine that went to the Titanic. What about that shit?
Here's the
That was
thing. Would you
insane.
get in it? Would you get in it?
Are you, in on,
Never in a million years.
are you,
Never,
in, are
ever.
you in on the conspiracy?
Could you?
What's the
Are you in?
conspiracy?
Are you in?
What's-
I
what's
feel like
your-
we've just went on to Riley's
what's
gaff
your-
here.
Well, this guy getting took down to get killed.
They never went on it.
Oh Jesus!
Have you seen this
Then
one?
he's just ditching
There's
his
no
wife.
video on it.
Defo faked her death, man.
You seen it?
100%,
You've
aye.
mate,
Oh, here we go.
no pictures. There's nothing. There's no pictures of them getting on it. There's no pictures of it launching. Nothing. The fucking boy's son went to a Blink-182 concert the next day.
So
is
is
it-
that?
So what's the reason for it?
Just rich
So he
guys.
doesn't have to pay tax
just
on his
bail.
money.
Aye, billionaires just thought, fuck it, we're out of here.
Even if it did happen, right? Could you imagine doing the boat with the ocean or wherever the fuck how deep they are? in a pitch black in this wee tin fucking thing, just hitting off rocks full of shite, piss, sick, whatever, until basically your air runs out or you die.
But as soon
Ain't
as
get any worse than
What's
that.
the last thing you're doing in there?
I'd probably shag a guy.
Again?
See whoever made me go in there, I'd kill them.
right,
Like, oh, is this you? Have you created this and it's fucked? It's your fault. And
The
kill
guy who
them.
did create it, was he not on it?
Aye, that's what I'm saying.
I
Kill
think
him.
so. But see, as soon as there's a hole in it, you're fucked anyway.
But
Like as soon as there's
is it no? They could only open it from the outside, like screw it on.
aye, because if you open it from the inside, you're all fucked.
Aye.
So the pressure comes in and it sucks you out, and if the fucking hole's that big, you're coming out anyway.
How much?
So,
How much is it? Like couple of million.
250 grand or something each
Oh,
to
to
go
go, aye,
on.
to go with the
Aye,
quarter
quarter of a mil each to go on. Boy took his son for his birthday.
They were controlling it with like an Xbox controller.
My son's been sending me the memes about the controller all week. I'm like, Lewis, these people are maybe dead. And he's like, it's funny, but I'm like, oh well.
So what is the story of the fucking obliterated?
But aye,
At the bottom.
and it's somehow got a hole in it.
Aye.
The fucking and the water just rushes in, the air rushes out, and it just fucking rips everything to pieces.
the one- the way I
Implosion or
heard it-
explosion? Implosion.
Aye. So the water rushes in, and as the air comes out, it just takes you wet. So you're just getting fucking ripped out. However big the hole is, doesn't matter if it's the size of a monster can.
Aye.
It's fucking coming out.
Oh shit!
Aye. So you'll never know, at least.
Like that guy's asshole going.
Inside out anus. But mate, I'll have a good conspiracy, so fuck him.
So it didn't happen. That's what you're thinking.
But something happened.
And you don't get harmed either?
I don't think they were in it.
I didn't think they were in it.
How much weed do you smoke a day?
I didn't think it happened. I think they just fucking sailed out a wee bit, jumped on a boat, and they fucked off.
But I'm still, I still can't understand why they would want to leave.
I know.
Like,
Do they owe money or what?
They're saying a lot of them are saying the two main boys owed a lot of money. They've got money problems or tax problems. Do you know much?
The impression I got was just that it was so they don't need to pay tax on any money they make. No.
Aye.
They're legally deed so they can just embezzle money and no have to pay tax and just get richer.
What do you think?
Bad debt.
I think it happened.
You think they're dead?
Aye.
aye, I'm with this guy.
So
So you just believe what the government tells you, bro, eh?
Aye.
do you think that 4 people weren't like the other people were just made up for these 2 guys?
I thought they were all friends, are they no? Am I wrong in saying
they all
that?
need to disappear forever?
Aye.
No, nah.
Nah.
They died.
No buying it.
They died. Aye.
You look like that guy.
Mind the boy
They
done it in
died,
England.
aye.
The kayak boy.
Oh, that's
and he was just fucking living next door.
That's what I mean. Like, it just seems like a lot of work. And I guess if you're a multi-millionaire, then it's going to be easier, innit? You're not going to be living next door to the woman,
Aye.
and you're going to be in a nice big mansion somewhere else in the world.
Cuba or something.
I'm going to say I don't know.
Aye.
I'm going to say I don't know. Aye, I'm listening to this.
You could. You think you could?
Maybe.
Billionaire. We're talking billionaire.
Get an edible
No
in you,
millionaire.
millions, billions.
Billionaire. 2 of them were billionaires, definitely.
Let's discuss this over some edibles.
So what was it? Six people, right? 2 are billionaires. 1's a billionaire's son. So that's only 3 other people to account for. Fuck them, mate.
One of them's got to be the pilot as well.
Aye.
Or the-
So you just
Aye,
wipe them out?
Aye. Fuck it.
Aye, but if this was right, and they done it to save money, tax reasons or whatever, you would just pay off the driver, wouldn't you? Or you're dead for now.
No, but
there's a couple
Oh,
of
I don't know
But
about...
people are going to talk.
Aye. You got to kill the driver, mate.
They've all got to die.
100%. Chris.
They've all got to
They'll
die.
get a year in the might.
Crippler crossface.
Aye.
Did we get any backlash for Crippler Crossface action?
Nah, we don't get any backlash.
Who us? Nah. Free Benoit.
Aye. I'm Team Benoit.
What murder? That's
What about the murders?
Big Benoit.
So you want to hear what happened at my weekend?
Sean Strickland called you.
Does it involve?
No, that's what I thought was going to happen, but
Does it involve edibles?
It involves me. It involves edibles.
golf, music, edibles.
No, so
Weekend
I'm sitting
combo.
right. So they're really good for like helping the body, as you know, Krista. They relax the body feels good, so we can recover. So my daughter had a party.
Oh Jesus!
16 had a party, right? And I'm like, fuck it, I'm taking an edible.
House party in the house.
Not in my house.
Right, okay.
Like, that shit's not happening. No, when I'm fucking spasticated. So I shout in the daughter, the youngest, and I say, you want to watch a film with me? She likes watching films
Your
with me.
wee one.
Aye. So we ended up watching Click with Adam Sandler.
Yes.
It's fun. not a great film when you're kind of high and like shit's going on and like the fast forwarding and everything goes along with it. It's a bit trippy, right? I enjoyed it. The daughter enjoyed it. So I remember just being like in this sort of like, you know, that point the weed's taking effect and you're just kind of relaxing. And the boyfriend comes in, doesn't he? And he's standing there. My daughter's dressed up, right? She's got a nice wee dress on. Looks pretty. And this guy comes in looking like he's fucking ready to go skateboarding with a backpack on full of booze. But I've just not got the energy to...
I didn't feel like egging you on here, but like...
and he's there with his backpack, and I can just hear him. Like, he's here, he's in the room, but I'm not in the room. I'm watching the film. I'm in the film, and I can just hear him talking about like,
you're Hasselhoff.
Did I eat shit? So he's talking about how he's like this experienced drinker. He's like, I am. And I can just hear him and I'm just
What
like,
did you say?
16.
Oh my
I turn round, right, and I'm like, aye, good one. So I'm just watching this and me and the Wayne's watching it. I can still hear him. He's talking about his parents, how they're lightweights, all this kind of shit. So I go to bed. This is like later on. This is about 10:30 at night. I've been sleeping in a tent. No. I'd love to. But I've been sleeping in an auction tent, so I'm in the room in my tent, and it's zipped up, and I hear the daughter coming in. It's about 10:30. I think it's a bit early. And I can just hear beep, 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 beep. The wee guy get drunk on half a bottle of MD, and I'm like, but I'm in, like, obviously I'm still like I'm through the thick of the high, and I'm just in this nice wee buzz. Daughter's home early. I'm lying in bed, but smiling. I can just hear this wee guy's been had to get fucking care to him because he's had too much to drink. After getting big licks in the house, I'm like,
I remember doing it myself, spewing doing myself 18th birthday party.
so I thought it was absolutely fucking brilliant. And then I got up in the morning, and as if I'd,
oh, how was your night?
Season of the day.
how was your night? And she was like, oh, can I take him home early? Oh, did she? It's a bit of a shame in it, what happened? Boyfriend get too drunk. Oh, did he? Aye. I was like, was he not getting a big licks?
That's like your man with their fucking weighted vest.
Oh,
no,
no,
that's what that's like.
somebody messaged me and said his name.
Oh,
What happened there?
you've knocked your...
Are we good?
Aye, you're back there.
Messaged me, is it him? And I was like, aye. And he was like, I fucking knew it.
He's a
Aye.
local nuisance.
So talking about being an experienced drinker,
I know. But obviously he's 16, he's just a boy and he's just trying to, but I was like, I just remember him turning and going, aye.
Good bits of you.
I was just,
Click with the wind.
I'm just trying to watch Click. And then I watched Big Fish with Ewan McGregor.
I don't think
And I'm sure it's your man Tim Burton that directs it. It's kind of a nice wee film. But I had to, so see, before Click finishes, Click becomes quite sad at the end. There's a really like heartwarming, there's 2 scenes, right, where I go, and I had to go into the kitchen because I was going to start like proper crying. Aye, like I normally bottle that shit down, right?
Terminator 2, mate.
Aye.
It's a scene where
It's good.
he finds
Only
out.
fags crying.
Aye, but that's why I left, because I didn't want to cry in front of my daughter or her angry to listen to me. Right, so I don't cry. I've maybe cried like a handful of times in my
Never
life.
ever.
No, I'm saying I've cried a couple of times, but I just bottled that shit up, right? But because I was just all relaxed and I knew it was coming, I was like, oh no. I look around and I think, I can't do this here. This is going to be a proper fucking, this is going to come through the nutsack cry. Like, snortles a lot. And I just go,
Man on fire cry for me, mate.
so I got in and I just had to disappear when he starts cuddling his dad's obviously dead and he's missed it and he starts greeting and I'm like, oh, ready to go. And the Wayne's on the floor and she's like properly upset and then he obviously dies at the end and you're so I had to leave again. So it brings out the emotions in me.
Aye.
The old,
I greet in the pictures all the time.
can you remember when we started this podcast and I'd only like taken drugs like once in my life?
Now you've become a
Like,
full-on
yous fucking
junkie.
degenerates.
Now you're at meetings. Your career's quite good.
when do I go on the hard stuff?
Money, what? Why do you look at me and say
At
that?
what point do I take the hard stuff?
When do you want to be cool, bro?
3 years ago, I've been in a cubicle. Like, this is nothing good about it.
Mate, well, London's coming up, mate. London's coming up. We've got to get a couple of celebratory tootskis.
Tootskis.
Sweet tootski, just keep you going.
I don't
You
know.
would fail a
Role
test.
models, bro.
Need tootskis. Been off the tootskis for Monday. So that's a new week. Staying off it.
I did tell myself, I was like, I'm not going to bother this weekend. I've got nothing planned.
That's when it happens.
I know, and I was like, fuck.
If you had something planned, it wouldn't happen.
I was like,
Oh, in fact, mate, a guy came up to me at I took my son to the Scotland card show. It's like a big trading card show.
I've seen that.
And asked me for could I get him a signed Paul Craig card? And he gave my son some kind of card that's worth loads of money.
That's fine. We'll do a good trade.
He seemed a nice guy, but it was good. All the wee guys. My daughter was my wee one fell, smashed her elbow, broke
I seen
it.
that.
Aye, out on the fucking Heelys, eh? So I was away at work at the time. My son phones me while I'm at work. So
Hold on, what's the Heelys?
they've shoes with
like
the fucking wheels
two
in them.
wheels at the back.
Didn't
Aye.
buy them, mate. They're fucking stupid.
No,
I've been going on about these.
They would look ugly on me anyway, mate.
So my son phones me. I'm like, oh, hello. He's like, pure panic in the voice. Eh? He's like, Daddy, what's fell? And I was like, hey, calm down. I was like, where's your mum? He's like, she's with us, carrying on. I was like, right, is it her head? No. Is a bone? I says, what is it? He goes, it's her arm. I says, is there a bone sticking out? He goes, no. I went, cool. I was like, you need to relax. I was like, I can't get there, so you need to handle it. I'm like, help your mum, anything she needs, get her in I live 2 minutes for the hospital. Like, you can fucking see the hospital from where I live.
St. John's.
St. John's.
You're the man in the house.
I says, so fucking handle it. And I was like, as soon as
So
she
fucking handle
aye,
it.
that's what I said.
Handle it,
I
shit.
says, fucking handle it. I was like, as soon as your mum's away in the car and everything's done, everyone's in the hospital, phone me and update me. And he just went, okay, I've got it.
That's the same. That's
And
the
I was
same
like-
thing. If somebody breaks into the house, listen, calm down, calm down.
Aye.
Let's
They
handle
will.
business.
But I was just like, I was quite impressed with him. I was like, he obviously
He's obviously getting into first year.
that's it. He's a wee guy now, eh?
Aye.
Like he cuts about and he's like
Clearly harder than you, though.
100% dips in and out the house now.
As
Just
soon as
goes
you
up.
hung up, Russ, like, speeding in the motor.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, I can't get there. I was
like, there's
away-
nothing you can do.
I know.
Like, you've not got a medical degree.
I know, eh, what am I going to do? Shout at her mum for fucking letting her play on the Heelys?
Well,
Like,
kids. Kids, my daughter, she was on the trampoline and smashed her face after the metal bit. And she came in, I was like, you alright? Alright. And I was like, right. You alright? Alright. Cool.
'Cause you don't
She's
know
like,
what
get
to
a
do.
cuddle.
What do you
and I'm
do?
like, no, I'm like,
Aye.
Roughly here.
It'll be fine. So she's got her wee fucking cast on, some moaning at Sitchy fuck. It's a shame. It's horrible. First day of the summer holidays, does her fucking arm.
This is what
Had to get
happens.
the operation and everything. Like but it's
to reset it.
aye 3. So she broke it in 3. So they put the wires through and fucking.
sake.
Aye, it was just.
That's our tennis career over.
I know.
What's,
But, well,
you broke anything?
me? Oh, elbows. Fucking. I've done all my fingers again last night.
The only thing I broke's my virginity.
Eh.
Anal. No, I've never broken. My nose is obviously fucking shattered across my face, but I think that's cartilage in it.
I don't know. Fuck
Sounds like a tool shed falling down the stairs.
I fucking hope it stays that. Broken bones at our age are no joke. At least when you're wee. She's only got a cast for 4 weeks. And that's
Is that
her.
all it is?
That's all it is.
Right, you want to get in with some MMA then again?
MMA, fuck MMA, mate.
Sean Strickland at the weekend, Kevin Lee got fucking choked unconscious.
And then he's been cut
got
again
released.
today. It's a nice wee choke, that wee ninja choke, isn't it?
Aye, but they dropped him just before it as well, didn't he?
So the boy was, I don't know what,
He's got 120 in a row, son.
he said, I never say anything before I fight. I just go in, do it, and I do my talking after. And I was like, hey. Clearly. So,
What's next for Kevin Lee? Where's he go? Because he obviously was hanging fire for the UFC.
Did they like some sort of like bare knuckle shit?
no, he fought on Eagle FC.
Eagle
against
Sanchez. Aye, was that MMA?
Aye.
Right.
And
Aye, I thought he went.
Beat him with a decision.
Aye.
Because I remember when
Fuck
he
him,
obviously left the UFC, I was thinking, he's still got a bit left in him.
He was a
And then
big personality. He
Aye,
was a
but
good
then he obviously
personality.
he's back and now he's
It was
out
like
again.
on the prelims there as well. at the Apex, where he's headlined like numerous shows.
I know. It's a weird one, Kev, because
Listen, UFC are like that. Like 1 minute you can be headlining a main event, and then like 2 shows later you're fucking an undercard.
But to be the man, you've got to be the man, eh? You got to win the fucking fights.
Aye.
They'll give you the fights. You just got to win them.
But one ace knows ever.
Strickland.
I thought Strickland was going to say something about you. I didn't care why. I just had this in my head, like he'll go, oh, who's this guy coming down to fucking? I think anyway to go on to Strickland, he should get a go at the title now.
Aye.
Because Pereira's out of there. Pereira's away to fight Jan anyway. So why
heavyweight?
Aye. So why should Strickland not get a go?
I think Jan will smash him.
You think Jan will smash Pereira? Me too.
Just out grapple him.
Aye, I seen Pereira
Smart fighter,
doing
eh?
a wee bit of light drilling with Dylan Dennis yesterday, and it was like an MMA spar, and Dylan was taking him down and controlling him. But clearly gone light with Dylan on the feet, just touching his face, and Dylan's obviously shit. But he was getting him down and controlling him. So I'm just thinking Big Jan will be watching that like...
But Glover is in...
Aye,
he
no,
trains
true.
with Glover.
True.
And Glover's not a
No, he's a brown belt, isn't he? He got his brown belt.
Pereira is.
Aye. Should have got his brown belt off Glover.
I don't know.
I just think Big Jan will just hold
Similar
him.
game plan to Adesanya, eh?
Aye.
Go, surely.
Exactly, aye. Strickland though, like, if you're fighting Sean Strickland for 5 rounds, I know that guy's trying to finish him early and stuff like that, but you could clearly see how that fight was going to go. I don't know if you've watched it, but
Aye.
the guy smashed him the first round, but he was putting everything in, every shot and every kick.
to put him away.
And in the second round, he had 0, and Strickland just smashed him and put him away.
I think
it's like,
I think with
you can't
Strickland,
fight for 5 minutes. You can't.
you've got to try and beat Sean Strickland over the distance, eh?
Especially for 5. If it's 5,
You've got to try and. I think that if you were to fight him, you would have to, and you were a similar style to him, you would have to be like, chances of stopping this guy is probably quite low. Like, and he doesn't really seem to make many mistakes. I know Pereira knocked him out, but that's just one of the ones. But I don't know. Strickland seems he doesn't fuck up much.
he's just here.
Aye.
He's very jab heavy.
Aye, and everything's just kind of good.
And
everything he does is good. He just.
He tires him out. He'll put it on him a wee bit.
And he's
more and
always
just-
there,
aye.
like he's still there, still in front of you, still in front of you, still in front of you.
What is it he says? The man dance. That's all he does. The man dance. Just boxes, stands in front of people, and trades them. But
What's his grappling like?
he's a black belt, mate.
Is it?
Aye,
Just doesn't get to showcase it really,
He
I
says
would say.
He said he fought Kamaru Usman at welterweight, and like he just fucked him up on the ground, like wrestled him. And he's like, ever since then, I just want to punch people. Like that was just too much work, trying to work for the bottom and submit people. So it's easier just to stand in front of people and trade until they quit, basically.
Aye, that seems to be his like, I'm just going to keep coming, keep coming.
If you're able to fight like that and use that pressure and you can take shots, then
But that's how Pereira got him, eh? Pereira just step back, pop.
Aye,
And
but his horns were like here.
but then that's
does
elite,
that.
that's elite level striking in Pereira.
He's
Plus
still doing that, eh? He's
heavy
still doing that.
hand.
Like the one in front of the, like he's bare knuckle boxing back in the 1910s. Like I don't know, it's working for him. So, but I think he should get a go at the title now. He's a more interesting character as well. Like we just
what
touched
people
on
like
it.
about him,
He's interesting.
Oh, he's wild, man.
He says funny stuff in interviews. He fucking, what was it? He jumped on the camera there and said, jumped on the mic and
saying something about Adesanya being a white guy or some shit like that.
probably.
I'm sure I heard them saying something like that.
It wouldn't shock me.
He was slagging that guy for being like fighting out of Germany, like the guy just fought there. He's like, don't trust the Germans and all that, just like shouting at the guy's face and that. But he was Russian, but he fought
Russian,
out
eh?
of Germany.
Where's this weekend's Vegas?
Aye.
It's Volkanovski this weekend, isn't it?
Aussie takeover in it.
Aye.
Yep.
We've got Jim Crute versus
Again?
Alonso.
Oh, is he
Again, man?
fighting again?
They two, they're
Remember,
running
was it a draw? No?
It was a draw, and they're running it back, aren't they?
Alonso.
Yep.
Who'd you like?
I thought Jim Crute would have
Aye.
beat him in the first round.
I fancy Crute.
Alonso was fucking hurting him though, the last one.
He
Do
was.
you remember he ate
But I
some
think-
nasty
I
shots,
think
man.
Crute went out gun ho in the first 5 minutes
Aye.
and then
I'm
gassed.
trying to remember.
Remember, he
Aye,
had him in,
wrestled
he had him in
heavy.
a guillotine. He had him in that John Jones guillotine and then fell back and his head popped out.
Was it not right at the end of the round or something like that as well? He went for it, and I'd have to watch that too. But I can remember like it was kind of Crute wrestling fucking hard, but absorbing some nasty.
Aye, and then I
fucking
think as the
straight
fight went
rights.
on into the second and the third round, I think he was just getting caught with head kicks, heavy hands. But
Jamie, who else we got in that card at the weekend? Volkanovski.
You like Volkanovski?
Is he fighting Yari?
Yeah.
Aye, to unify the belt, innit? To
I
make
hate
it
all
like-
that pish, man.
Aye.
The interim pish. It's like,
But then I can
you're not
understand
the
why they're doing
champion
it.
until you're the champion.
I know, but I can understand why the UFC do it. They have to put on so many fights a year with a belt. It's part of like the ESPN thing, and it's part
It's
of
a
like,
good fight as well.
They have
It's
to
a good
put,
fight.
They have to put so many title fights. So if you've got your guy
Because he
involved-
fought for the lightweight, is that what happened?
so you
Right.
take him out the mix for that belt. So let's make it just an interim belt. What are you going to say, young Jimmy?
Well, I've got the card here. UFC 298 headlined Alexander Volkanovski and Yair Rodriguez. The co-main is flyweight Brandon Moreno,
For the like, 4th time or something.
Alexandra. I don't know how to say this kind of thing. Middleweight Robert Whittaker and
Wee Bobby Knuckles.
This is the one. This is the guy.
Drysis. How do you say that?
The
Dreykus.
South African guy.
Duplessis.
Dude,
The white guy.
Duplessis.
Duplessis.
the
What, can you be a
real
white-
African.
No, but he's white. Never
You can be a white African, bro.
Of course you can.
Been there
He's got-
since the 1650s, mate.
I know, but was he? Was he no coming after like Usman and?
He said some stuff
Style
about
bender.
Adesanya.
Aye, he's like.
No, Adesanya says that he wasn't a real African.
Aye, and he said it back, obviously.
Aye. He's like, I've run for South Africa
fight out of there. It's my.
because I am not black.
That's why he's saying it.
Lethal Weapon. But you're black. I am black.
Can't you say that in films now, eh? I mean, like Jackie Chan, some of the stuff he was saying in that in Rush Hour and stuff like that. You can't get away with
Aye,
it once
you
now,
definitely
like,
can't do that.
You can't do it once.
I mean, but why?
You
No, I mean,
can't
it's
say
just-
gefilte fish.
It's just,
Gefilte fish.
it's just words, but
For sure.
see if you go to a rap concert, you got to sing the lyrics.
You're not
Hell
allowed
no.
to sing along, mate.
Hell no.
You're not allowed to sing along?
Did you
was
not see
ASAP Rocky? No, it was
I sang
Travis
one-
Scott.
I sang one
pulled the
the day.
girl, pulled the white girl up on stage, and then they got her to sing the part, and it was like.
I sang one the day of my story. Better take that down.
Did you see the one, the boy at the uni in America who was some kind of fucking American footballer, and he put lyrics to a picture in his story, and it had that word in it, and he got fucking binned at
Really?
the uni and everything.
Wow.
Aye, mate. It's madness.
See, when I go to a rap concert, you know what I do? That's what
I
I
just-
do. That's what I do.
I kid when I shoot people in different coloured t-shirts and everything.
And I,
Fuck you.
and I sing I sing the fucking lyrics, man. I sing the lyrics.
And
I
if
sing
you
the
don't
lyrics. how the
know,
world
now
goes.
you know.
No. You should have seen Jamie's face there. He literally went.
Please no.
I mean, see, that shit doesn't bother me, man.
I know, but obviously you're a white guy. That's why it doesn't bother you.
But they guys are the ones singing it. You know what I mean? So why can we not sing along it?
It's
Cultural appropriation,
aye,
bro.
Because you've not went through the hardship that the
That these people never
the
went through either.
ethnicities went through.
Right, okay.
No, but it's not that far removed from what happened to them. Their great grandparents would have been. Their great grandparents would have went through this shit.
In America. Oh, here.
True.
is what
But
you
there's still
were asking,
racism.
Aye, fire on.
And they'll change.
Went mad racial.
It was mad racial, like.
That was a good line.
That was so good when you said that.
Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker.
Hooker.
Aye, I seen him. He's got bleached blonde hair.
Slut.
I like Hooker.
We were meant to have Bo Nickel and Trishawn Gore.
Oh, Bo Nickel.
No,
Bo Nickel.
he-
They're trying to get someone else for
No,
him, eh?
he got a new one the
Val
day,
would
but I
right.
don't know who.
Val Woodburn.
Right.
There's not even a picture, so I don't know who that
Okay.
is, but
Poor Val.
Aye. Val Doonigan.
Put
that
all
is
your
the
money
entire
on.
main card.
Big Bo Nickel.
Who's
Hey,
the co-main?
You like
Who's the prelim
Wrestler.
Bo Nickel?
headline? Is that Alonso?
Robbie Lawler and Nico Price.
That's what I mean. Like Robbie Lawler is
Based.
like the guy.
I know.
Nico Price, that's a hard man.
Any others on that?
Jack Della
Aye.
Maddalena.
The body shot
Nice,
guy.
yeah.
He's good. But somebody just pulled out to him and they were trying to get somebody else.
He was meant to fight Sean Brady.
Brady,
It
aye.
looks like he's fighting Josiah Harrell.
So that guy's the guy with the tiny
picture?
boxing for New Zealand. Oh, lovely.
Aye, he's I nearly said AKA there. It's no AKA. It's fucking
Style benders.
aye, what's his gym called? Something kickboxing.
Aye.
City kickboxing.
City, aye.
Aye.
See the boys.
City boys.
City boys.
Love that one.
Anything else on that? Anything?
There's a women's fight, Yasmin.
Next.
I don't know how you say
Fuck that bitch.
And then Jimmy Crute is fighting Alonso Menifee.
Is that woman up?
Then I think he shaved his
He
part.
did shave it.
Has he? Skinhead now.
Shaved all the power off it.
No, I think he's just got a shot back and sides.
Just a normal haircut. That's sad. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's the entire card.
Right.
I'm
I'm
not.
going to stay up and watch it, boys. Just get
Nah,
yourself,
I'm
get
not-
yourself to bed, watch it Sunday morning.
Aye, we'll tell you who wins.
What time
next
will it
week.
be on it then? 'Cause
it's Vegas.
Oh, is it Vegas?
Vegas, innit?
T-Mobile.
Oh,
T-Mobile
well.
Arena. It's, the main card starts here at 3 a.m.
Get yourself to bed.
Get it, boys.
Get yourself a wee edible. Get yourself to bed. Sort that shit out on
Get
Sunday
yourself
morning.
a half dig of cocaine
And
the,
put-
the good stuff, and just enjoy your night.
Put some money on the Croot dog.
Get a brass round, get your dick sucked, man. Just take it for there, man.
It's not
And if that happens to be 3 in the morning and you get nothing to do,
Stick
then
the
fucking
UFC.
stick UFC on. That's an advert if ever I've seen one.
Sometimes I like it.
Now, if
See,
you
that's fine.
if you're out in the Saturday night and you fuck your knee, where could you go to fix your knee?
I heard there's a good company called Anaconda Fightwear. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of them. Not only have I heard of them, we know a man who's been using their stuff and he says his knees have never been better.
Yeah, one of the guys for the gym that I train at, higher level, has got dodgy knees, and I had said to him, listen, would you interested in trying these wee suckers out? My knees are fine, so I was like, so he's been using them the last couple of days, and he's been
Benefits for it.
aye.
He was
Loving it.
using the neoprene before. That's all he had.
And
Neoprene
the
sleeves.
two,
Aye.
the doubles.
Yep.
So he was just using like your standard Amazon one, and now he's been rocking these double dunters.
So where can you get them for?
You can get them from Ross.
Anaconda Fightwear.co.
Yeah.
I tell you what, how sexy are the shorts on?
Oh mate, I wore them with Sparling Friday night. They're so fucking good.
They're honestly one of the comfiest like Valitudo shorts I've ever wore.
I've
And
not
I don't
worn
know
them,
if it's
agreed.
just because I'm a bit fat. I'm not used to being their tighter. So
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've never seen a guy wear the type of shorts. You don't wear the type of shorts.
I don't
Did you
normally
put them
wear
on?
them. No, I'm going to because...
I got to put them on there for the woman. For the woman.
They look good on you, no mate. They look good on you.
See the rash guard? They've got the fucking bit at the bottom to stop the belly
Aye.
coming out.
You said that to me the other day. He come in and he went, I was just finishing. He goes, "This to me. Look at this." And he shows me this wee rubber scene. He goes, "Look, stops if he slides it up. My God, doesn't he come out?"
Stops the belly coming out.
You're no big, bro.
Oh.
So you can get the rash guards, shorts, knee braces. The rash guards are coming like yellow, green, black. I don't know the names, but
I think we all like the green one, didn't we?
Aye.
That's kind of cool.
I put up a picture with the gold one. Straight away, a boy was like, "Can I get that in green?" I was like, "I'll show you."
So I check them out, man.
Definitely. It's good stuff. really
Anaconda,
good.
baby.
Malt liquor.
And use code LEATHER10.
Aye.
Use code leather10.
For
Yeah.
10% off.
Code mad shagger for 20% off.
10 inches, baby.
That should be the code, eh?
So we're a couple of weeks away from UFC London,
Oh, you got
and
some-
what did you put in the chat? There's still thousands of tickets.
Controversy.
What's the issue?
I think it's the price, man.
Yeah, it's the price.
So the bleachers were 200 or something.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That's right at the back of the O2. So it's like, think about as you go further down, it's got to be like 4 or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe it's the price. I don't know. I think they've been spoiled with the last few cards have been like fire. And every fight's been good, but they sold out quick. And this time I think people's like, no what? Fuck you, Dynamite. Maybe. I don't know.
Could be, but when you look at that last one, which is an actual pay-per-view event,
Aye.
with an actual title, and I'm not saying like because this isn't a title, you shouldn't get the, but you need to bring in the fact that you're not bringing a title to the UK, so you need to adjust the price to make it more achievable for people to go.
I always thought that it would still sell though. Like
I
that.
think
Just
Leon's
through
caught
brand,
though.
Through brand.
Leon was never really all that popular before, and now he seems to have just like all of a sudden people are like, I fucking will pay to go and see.
because he's a champ.
Aye.
You got a belt.
You wanted, you wanted him
that.
to beat Kamat, especially with the headshot bang, the big win against Usman in the first fight and stuff like that. That's obviously gave the next event a lot of pop, but
But then maybe people don't actually realise that there is actually tickets still there, still actually available.
Maybe, mate.
Because that was one of the issues. Somebody actually said to me in the gym, was like, "Oh, do you have any access to UFC tickets?" And I was like, "They're still available."
Aye. So somebody on Twitter screen recorded them picking their chair in the arena, and they're zooming in all the areas, and it's just like
Wow.
basically empty.
Wow.
Like, so they tagged like Dana in the UFC. So this
And
was
is
the day. This was the day.
is this Ticketmaster with resales and stuff like that, or is this the actual UFC's prices?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know, mate.
It's fucking
I think
mad.
I think it is just Ticketmaster. It's like the original, their actual sales. It's expensive. It's expensive to go to London. If you're not in London, it's expensive to go to London. You've got a hotel, you've got travel, you've got everything that goes along with it, and you've got London prices for tickets.
Yep.
It's not achievable.
It's a dear place, eh?
Yeah.
Like the couple that we always see when we're there,
Aye.
They were saying that the last time they actually spent a fortune just to come
I know.
to UFC, and they always go to the home shows, be it in Glasgow, London, Manchester. And I'm not saying they're punishing fans, but they kind of are.
Aye.
They don't need the money off the ticket sales. That's not where they make the money. They make the money off pay-per-views, and they make money off the sales.
Is
of
this show a pay-per-view?
no.
No. Right.
And then what do you think about the card?
It's been better. The past ones have been definitely been better. But I like everybody that's on it. So
That's
it's
the
like
thing. I was just going to say
If
that.
you're an MMA, if you're a fair weather fan, it's probably not the card for you because you've no got Paddy Pimblett.
Aye.
You've no got.
He is a big. It's like him or no.
Aye.
When people
He's
want
a
to
big-
see his
he's
name
a-
on
he's
it,
a-
don't
he's a
they?
big draw.
They want to see him. They want to see Molly, and they want to see Paddy.
But if
and
if you know your MMA and you're in it, you've been around MMA for years. And
you're
it's
going to
just
want to
aye,
see,
you're gonna
or if
want
you're a
this.
Scottish MMA fan, you're going to want to see you. You're going to want to see Tom Aspinall. You're going to want to see these
Now,
guys.
the question I've been asking myself is, do I message Chris Duncan and tell him, mate, we both can't do this face paint?
surely he's not got to do it. No one's share the same card. You'll literally
I don't know,
be on the
because-
stage at the same time as him.
I'm going to be looking down the line and he's going to be walking out first with my face paint. I'm going to be like,
The
motherfucker.
same sponsor and that as well.
I know.
Shout out seven layer or whatever.
Chris, I've been doing this a wee while, buddy. Like I don't know if you know. I don't
I'm the
know.
Scottish guy.
What do you say to him?
Dude, like, what do you think?
What's his alternative?
He
Game.
Disney do it.
Aye, there's that.
I don't know, man.
Hey, Disney need a gimmick.
Maybe he just looks up to you.
It could be that. I doubt it.
No,
but it
Paved
could
the
be
way.
that.
I don't think it's that.
You think so?
He looks up to Paul. No.
No.
Maybe height wise.
Hey.
I don't know, man. I think it's just the Scottish thing in it. He's just, I don't know.
You were there first, it's fair to say.
I know, but come
I
on,
like Chris
man.
though, but like
He
obviously,
can't, like, I just hope he doesn't do it on the same card that I'm fighting on.
Aye,
him.
no, 100%.
Maybe he's looked in the mirror and been like, nah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it better than Paul. I'm going to do it better than Paul. Fuck Paul.
Wait, the last one wasn't it?
I went to decision.
No.
his last fight was a decision.
No,
I
the
think.
face paint, I mean, it didn't look like yours.
Nah,
Was
mate.
it a wee
like,
bit different, eh?
Mine's, it's just, you tried to replicate it, but there can be only one. It's like having a fake pair of trainers. Like, you know, when you go into Wish and you're like, oh, looks quite good, I'll get that one. Then Chris Duncan comes in. Like, I wanted Paul Craig, but I got Chris Duncan. Like, I love Chris Duncan, a great fighter. Like,
I'm going to see this. User through behind the curtain at the weigh-ins, and you're going to get a picture of two
I know, face
you're going
paint,
like
and that's the thing, like-
Mel
like-
Gibson, do your tits, man.
So if you see him through there with the blue face paint,
You're going to be like,
you got
I'm going to
Spider-Man meme.
I'm going to wipe his face and fuck it up. Nah,
You say, look,
hopefully,
look,
like,
Chris, you can't do this.
like,
Take that off.
I don't think it's a bad thing that he does actually do it, but just not on the same card as me.
I mean, who watched Braveheart first, not me.
I know.
You go Stephen, I go William.
No, it's just like, no, you always go Ryu. I don't want to be Ken. But I like, who did Mike Perry tell to do it? He didn't tell Chris Duncan, he told me.
Was it Mike Perry who
Aye,
came up
Mike
with it?
Perry,
He was
but-
talking about you on Rogan the other day.
Was he?
Aye, it was quite funny. Eh? Did you listen to it?
Aye.
He's like, I like Paul Craig, man, but sometimes that guy, you know.
They brought up the Walker fight.
Aye.
Walker's got good power. Anyway,
He has indeed.
I was going to tell you, son, see, you know what my bud told me about fucking where they send fat people for x-rays if they're too fat for the hospital.
Elephant X-ray?
Where would that be?
The zoo.
Zoo?
Yes. So if you're obese, you need to go to the zoo for an x-ray.
Oh. Do you want some hay while you're waiting?
Man, just stood up to the zoo like, you want a commission? I went, I'm here for an x-ray on my back.
I see,
I
the
know.
chimps
That's
while I'm here.
I can't believe that. That's horrible, isn't it?
Nah, fuck them, mate.
Big fat fucks, that's your
Aye,
fault.
fuck them.
Radiology. I can't fit you in here. So Edinburgh Zoo, is that way?
Jump the taxi. I drove past the zoo the
Jump
other
my
day.
taxi, jump my flatbed trucks on and
One
meet
of
you
the
up there.
ones where at the side of the motorway, the way the trucks like try to catch people out like that in here.
That's
Stood up
the
there.
X-ray.
Don't fat shame people, bro.
Well,
Again.
I couldn't
if
believe
you're a
it.
fat fuck, Say something about it.
Put this cheeseburger down, bro.
Cheeseburgers so good though.
They are.
They are good.
They are
mate.
good.
Don't miss them.
You didn't miss them at all?
I did McDonald's yesterday at Kilmarnock and it was pretty good.
What were you doing at Kilmarnock?
I took you down to the coast, Stranrabbit.
I see
Oh, I
mate,
saw you at
mate,
the
I'm going to
lighthouse.
say it again.
Went to the lighthouse.
Fucking superstar, da.
Aye.
You're putting all us to shame, mate.
I know. It is, see, because I'm not training.
You got loads to do.
Aye.
You can just hang about with your daughter.
Aye. Just
Building,
take it
building
on.
relationships.
Film locations.
Aye.
I do
Building
love it.
relationships.
I do love it.
So what was the film that one was from?
Ned's.
The lighthouse one was called The Vanishing. Peter Mullen and Gerard Butler.
I've not seen that one.
You know, so, it's good.
I seen
So-
you. Where was that? Cumbernauld for Ned's?
No, that was Dalmuir, just past Clydebank at the Erskine Bridge.
Right.
Quite a run-down bit, that. So where that bit was, there's usually like 2 rows of flats in between it, and they're all knocked down.
Just
now.
to smash.
I was going to say, is a lot of the place where Ned's was filmed is down now, eh?
Smashed down, yeah. But the lighthouse one was quite cool. So it took us a couple of hours to get to Stranraer. So it was a mill of Galway lighthouse.
You can see Ireland for there, eh?
Aye, Northern Ireland, aye. So I park the motor up, take it out, we'll have our lunch, we'll have a wee picnic, right? But there's grey clouds coming, but you need to walk to the lighthouse, it's not that far. So out in the buggy and that, having a wee picnic, and all of a sudden it's just rain and wind, and you're at the side of fucking nowhere, basically, like blew into the fucking water. So I put a wee jacket on, I put the buggy there, and like, we need to walk into the wind. Basically, I can't go back. Let's end up flying away. So I had to stop like halfway, lift her up. She's like, it's all tears for the wind, and I'm like, we're nearly there, Hen, we're nearly there. Pushing her right to the motor, man. It was funny. But aye, because I'm not training now, because I'm resting my back, which is getting a lot better. I get to spend basically all day with her, so I'm no palming her off, so I can go and get my workouts in and that. Which
You get any
need to
routines,
do.
don't you? You get any routines? You're like, oh, we get up in the morning, we have our toast, we have our tea, we do all this kind of shit.
Watch the same shit as well.
Aye.
So at the start of
What's Sean?
Super Mario. So at the start of it, it's the minions doing ba 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 like 20th Century Fox thing. So as soon as that comes on, she's like pure like running to the telly and that. So that's like the start of the morning breakfast, Super Mario's, then it's going to Mickey Mouse, and we go to the gym and play. So she's got the soft play.
I seen
I'll
that,
do like
brilliant.
my wee workout, and
Fantastic, yeah.
she's gone down the shoot and all that. Then if I'm trying to do some weight, she's climbing on me, and I'm like trying to fucking smother. But I love it, man. I do love spending time with mates, and it's
They've got to see it's normal though.
Aye.
They've got to see training's normal.
Aye.
Like imagine for these.
mate, she's doing a pull up. I swear to God, I'll hang her for the
I
bar,
believe you.
and she does one, man. I'm like, it's
Aye.
insane, man. Got to be a wee
But
beast.
then it's at this point where you're actually shaping her as a person.
And she's
You're
that's her walk.
shaping relationships, shaping
She up
who
and
you are
running.
as a father.
She can walk from here to the wall, just like Elvis, like shake a leggy. I'm getting there, but she can do it herself, man, and she was
Good,
on her arse. So it's good times, man. The back ceiling as well. So I'm aiming for Newcastle. I don't know if you see me. I'm got to be in Newcastle Cage Warriors at the end of
I was
November.
going to ask when that was.
End of November, so it gives me more time to heal. I've got my trip to like Canada and America and start of September, and then straight through. I'm looking at a guy called Perry Goodwin, mate. You know Perry
Oh, I
Goodwin?
know Perry Goodwin.
How do I know him?
Good fighter, TFT.
PFT, Fisher's guy.
Right.
So
Tough guy.
I'm looking at fighting him.
I do know him. Aye. That's
Sometimes kind of you'll see him sometimes with like the skinhead, but the like handlebar moustache and
He
stuff.
fought Reece McKee. He's always in good shape.
Always
I
shredded.
speak to him. I actually speak to him.
Seems a nice guy.
We've got similar records. We've been fighting at the same time, nearly the same age.
his home show, mate.
Exactly. That's what it was.
Tough guy.
He's for Newcastle,
tough.
so let's do this, Perry.
Oh, he's good fight for you, like.
good, man.
Aye. I've watched a lot of his.
but I feel fighting him in Newcastle would be a great fight. And
So it gets the people
obviously,
going.
I see me winning that fight
Of course.
by brutal fashion.
He'll.
I don't expect anything less for you, mate.
He's a fan of the tear up as well. Like
Aye,
he'll,
aye.
he'll put the chin down and start slugging. So
He's got a big.
you'll be able to suck him into that type of fight for sure.
He's got like knockout power as well. He's knocked out a lot of guys. Big right hand, good left hooks, good calf kicks.
Good fight then for you.
Aye, but he'll
Great
probably say no. But that's a fight I would like.
He'll probably say no. How come? Just don't think he'll fancy it.
No.
Fair enough.
I don't think he's signed to Cage Wars.
Oh, really?
He fought his last one in another show, but like the 5 before it was with Cage Wars. So I'm thinking they maybe bring him in for the Newcastle show because he's the home guy.
One of the guys.
Yeah, it makes
And it's
sense.
it's in a basketball arena as well.
I've been there. It's really good. That's someplace.
Eagles? Aye.
It's
How have
it's
you been there?
someplace.
Well, watching basketball?
PFL.
Was that in there?
That's where it was.
Oh,
An absolute
nice.
winner, mate. It's
Aye, it
absolutely
looks
tremendous.
it looks
mate.
class, man.
Oh, is that where
but
you went?
PFL was there.
They're on again this weekend.
Yes, we've
that
got
the
Dylan
Eagles?
Cook.
Dylan too.
I think it is Eagles,
Aye.
aye. Dylan Cook
That's a
fights.
tough fight for him. That corner, he's good. He's very good.
The English guy.
5-0 as well.
Do you know what I like about that setup? Is all those guys in the bracket will fight that night,
Aye.
and then the next show.
I just love looking at the bracket.
Aye.
Like, somebody's got to win this. It's like a FIBA tournament type
It's
thing.
cool, eh?
It's the final in Paris.
Aye.
Is it?
Young Jamie, you fancy going to Paris for the final?
I'm always game for it, mate.
Yes, let's do it. Look, you fancy it? We'll hit
Aye.
up PFL and we'll go and.
Go along.
Aye. What's
Fucking
the worst
join the
can
resistance.
happen? I was going to say that was worst can happen.
Just shoot a
We
life
see
with it.
you two pieces of shit coming.
So I'd like to get on PFL. I would like a wee fight on PFL.
I was just about to ask, what's in the fucking the mix for you? 2006, eating a Twix.
Well, I'm hearing a few things.
A Twix.
I'm hearing eating a Twix. I'm hearing Big Jamie McDonald's going to sign to PFL.
Is he? Is this the fight then?
On PFL or on Hollytown Havoc? I don't know.
Mate, I would take it in PFL. That's,
You think so?
I'm not saying.
You'll get me money on that.
Probably not much. No. For what I'm hearing, for what I've heard from different people, Jamie McDonald, for anyone who knows, is another Scottish light heavyweight. I messaged him next again, Dave. Said, well done on your fight. Good
Nice.
win.
You did?
Aye. It's a good win.
Did he message you back?
He did, aye. We had a wee back and forth. So,
Did he say anything about fighting you?
nothing. Said nothing about... I never said anything about fighting him either, but...
Right, so it was a nice chat.
It was just... Aye, no.
Both of you are fucking pussies then, is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't have to like him to fight
Couple
him.
of cucks.
Was he no like lined up for PFL?
That's
I heard,
what-
I heard this.
I've heard it too. So, if he signs for PFL, good. It's good for Scottish MMA for sure. But if they need an opponent... But
I heard Dan Hardy's trying to bring PFL to Scotland.
aye. Where would they have that? At the Hydro?
Maybe you've got Braehead Arena as well. So you've got Braehead, which is
that
probably
Emirates one as well.
But I saw you
Actually.
sharing the Cage Warriors.
It got a good bit of traction.
Aye.
Nobody likes coming to Scotland. I don't know why.
I don't hate the Scottish. I don't
We're
hate the English.
fucking-
I hate the Scottish.
We put on a good show though. See the atmosphere in the past UFC.
I guess it's getting here. It's the issue, man. It's getting from wherever you are to Glasgow, and then from Glasgow, wherever they have the fights, was probably going to be Glasgow. It's a pain in the arse. If you're coming in from America,
I'd like if they come with the PFL. Honestly,
Newcastle does
I
make
would
sense,
honestly
so,
fucking jump ship
To PFL.
if my Cage Wars contract had just run out. I would easily do a PFL show just to fight in Scotland again, man.
So that's
Like proper.
that's quite good, to be fair. So they'll be looking for Scottish fighters. So, Jamie, if you need a fight before you go away, before you're away to PFL or before what you're doing,
Dan Hardy knows me anyway. I can maybe just sweet talk him.
aye, but if Mark Goddard's there, it's your fault.
of course he's there.
Chris Bungard, no.
He was. You see that one last week? He was fucking. What about the murders? The guy was just ready to get murdered,
mate.
but you stop mines within 2 seconds. You know what I mean?
He's had a couple of wee bad ones
Aye, man.
lately, eh?
I think it's a matter of numbers. If you're doing
That
100
many
fights,
fights,
aye,
for
if you're doing 100 fights, there's bound to be a couple wrong.
That you didn't
You'll get me in Newcastle definitely.
He fucking loves you, man.
But he can turn around and just go,
My dad actually said he doesn't want to take me
aye.
again. So
He can say to the
we'll
other
see.
referee, he can go, you take this one, surely.
Aye.
Keith Peterson, you take this one.
Keith Pearson. He smell like cigarettes.
Nah, but if he, the thing is though, you must be getting to a situation now where you'd maybe prefer he didn't.
Doesn't matter. I want to fight in November. When you want to fight, you're fighting 2 weeks. I was watching your guy last night. I watched a couple of his fights. Very boring, mate. Very boring. But that
It's good to be armbars, good, isn't it?
he likes the it's like the inside low kick, just straight down the pipe every time he goes that because he's always leaning back. He's always setting up the left body kick or left high kick, just all lefty, all this left.
Southpaw,
But-
standard Southpaw. He doesn't do anything.
I don't want to get to.
He
Like,
doesn't do
basically, he
anything
fights
wrong.
like Ross fights, man.
Aye.
We were sparring on Friday
Aye.
night. Fucking.
But
He
just,
doesn't do anything wrong. He fights the way a
he
Southpaw should
gasses.
fight.
He gasses a lot though.
So exactly like me, aye.
Aye.
Mate, I did 5-5s on Friday.
Aye, we did some good,
I did
throwdowns.
5-5s.
I enjoy seeing when you come in. I'm like, yes, Ross is in. I got a good surround. And then we were sparring, and he fell through there's like a wee tiny hatch to get in and out the gym.
Right. Aye.
And as he's falling through, I hook him. Boom! Right to the side of the head.
I slipped back, put my hands out to grab the hatch.
So this is the reason you got him. Because he slipped and fell.
He did. No, but he did.
So you
my hands were right
slipped.
Aye, but he was in this point where he was like just about to fall, and I just went.
And both my hands were out to grab the sides, and he fucking.
And Dylan Took's like, that's like ball fucking stop.
Oh, my hat's on.
Good.
Is that the microphone? Like that. He's like, stop taking liberties. He's like, he fell there, and I was like, aye, I'm sorry.
Is that what he said? Because I heard him saying something to
and
you.
then,
And
and then
I was
you
like,
come in and fucking rump the boot into my shin, and I check it, and I was like,
sorry.
it's alright, mate.
But it was good. I got fucking.
Aye. We get some good rounds.
Aye, Sean Clancy hit me with a teep up the middle, and it was one of the ones where the toes go right up, like. And I thought, oh, that was quite bad. And then he's obviously realised, hit me with a hook to the body and just fucking folded me. Mate.
Aye, did drop you?
Oh, mate.
Oh, come on.
It was one of the ones where like I took the teep and then he threw it again, so he obviously knew it was a good one. He hits me with another teep, and I was like. So once the hands start sneaking down, he's like, I'll get them up, and then it wasn't even. It was just one of the like wee through the belly hooks, folded, mate.
He's let us
bad.
down again.
Fucking,
He's let us down again.
fucking stomach still there.
So when you look to fight,
if I can get a show,
aye.
that's obviously Havoc's there, but it's drawn in time wise now.
Why don't you? The ideal situation is you get a fight on Havoc, and then you look at doing the PFL with Jamie. That's
For sure.
That would be the ideal situation.
Aye.
Because what would your record be? Another win on another show.
Aye, that would take me up to 5 wins.
5 wins, and then you're talking about getting a shot at a bigger promotion against.
But aye, well, this is the thing. If you can't beat the guys round about you, then you can't. Then don't waste your time going to PFL and Cage Warriors. Then, so it's again like it's not a personal thing with Jamie. I like Jamie. If he came in here now, I'd chat away. This is nothing I wouldn't say to him anyway. It's no, I've no bad blood to Jamie. Just if that's what it takes to get me to the next step, then so be it. Yeah. If there was somebody else came and went, no, I want to fight you, that would be fine as well. It's just how do I start moving myself on now? Like I've been the last couple of weeks at the gym. I've not been in as much as I'd like to, but still, when I'm going, I'm getting good work. I had a really good wrestling session last night. Actually, one of the better ones I've had by far.
Are you in tomorrow for wrestling?
Not if it's daytime. I'll be in the PM during the daytime. I'm working.
Well, I will see you the PM.
Aye, see you at night for sure. But
Been working with my boy Adam doing the strength and conditioning.
Aye,
His body's looking like a big bag of bones. Proper skinny.
oh, that gay chat.
Did you like your wink bit? And did you like your curly hair?
It was funny.
My hair's getting out of control.
It was funny, mate.
I don't know what to like. I said this to you earlier.
mine too.
I don't know what to do with my hair. It's getting fucking out of control. It's like a burst ball.
Nicer problems to have.
See when I'm in the gym and I've done a training session, it just goes Jufro, activate. Psh.
I keep threatening to grow mine back.
But then you realise you can't.
Aye, then I realise I'm like, where's the doing the front bit? That's all.
And then you realise it's ginger.
Aye, ginger's all right.
Good.
Oh, sorry, Chris, I'm boring you.
Eh?
I know in 5.
Are you on 5?
Hour and 5.
We time that way all the time.
I know, well, I'm not too bad.
You were never more than me, bro. Ever.
Oh, thank you, mate.
Don't let the yawn fool you.
So, aye, Jamie, if you're not busy, give us a shout, DM me or whatever.
Are you talking to
What for?
Jamie McDonald or
I'm talking to
young
you.
Jamie?
Oh, right,
Yeah, I was
okay.
actually thinking that. See, when
I was-
talking
Jamie,
about-
I'll fight
I was looking at you. If you're not busy, you want fucking dance, let's dance.
I'll fight you as well. You're
Aye.
You name the time and place.
So, guys, the old Hollytown Havoc is just round the corner. How's the match up going?
It's gone good, actually. I've got hundreds of fights.
Good.
Probably too much, but...
You're better having that because you're guaranteed there's going to be some
people are going
noise.
to pull.
What's the fight? What is the fight that you're most looking forward to?
That's a good question. The guy, Chris's Fields guy, is coming now. He's 5-0 against a guy Faye Langsden who's 5-1. So I feel
Very
like
similar matchup.
I feel like that's a great amateur matchup because two of them are very experienced and clearly good and good gyms and they're want to test each other.
What weight's that?
70.
Good for them, mate.
Lightweight, aye.
Good for
Aye.
them, boys. Fucking.
Exactly. So I'm looking for that. Plus, they're from 2 different countries. They're not from Scotland and they're coming
Aye.
to Ireland and going to fighting my show. So probably that one. The rest they're all evenly matched, but there's they're all teammates and people for Neil's gym. Young Nina's fight has got to be a cracker as well, because the girl like her is the same style, like that Vanderlei Silva type thing, aggression.
Like there's going to be blood.
Aye.
What weight are they at? 48?
It's
52?
No, I think you're right. I think it's 42, 48. So that'll be violent, man.
What gym's she from?
She's Felines Den. She's for the same gym in Exeter.
Must be tough as well to get fights at that weight.
Any higher level bros on the card?
Well, hopefully Ross, but no, I tried to get Sean Clancy, and the guy basically just says that they wanted a bigger cage. They said aye, and then they wanted a bigger cage, but they fought in the cage the last time, the same cage. So that was a first for me and James. For like, aye, that's a bit weird.
You need to get young Dean on it, man.
I was just thinking that. Have I got this wrong? I thought Dean was.
Dean's fighting on a show.
Dean's fighting on
Bad
BMF.
Aye.
Oh, right. I had it in my head he was fighting on your show.
No.
There's a few. So we've got Arn. He's on it, and so is Logan on it.
Oh, is he?
I think Logan's on it, and then the
I just know my two old homies, not me and Arn and Dean, man. I'll look out for them.
There's a few they.
The young boy as well. I've seen a wee video with him.
Aye.
I like Arn, and I like the guys. So I'm always rooting
I like
for the
Dean.
guys.
That's why I'm like, I want to see Dean. If you can get Dean a fight,
Aye,
man.
of
Good
course.
family man.
Aye, I like Dean.
That's why I like
kid. One of the
I'll get anybody wants on my show. I'll
one of
get him
the
on the show.
hardest training guys
Anybody.
I have ever seen. He
Too much
trains,
almost.
Aye,
Too much almost, eh?
aye, good kid, but
Aye.
But they've got fights coming up, so they're sorted. But the Mary Hill show, man, I'll gladly get as much people I can send.
I'm looking forward to the Mary Hill show. This is quite a big.
Aye, it's just
It's a good step up, man.
Aye.
Going to put on a wee performance. Have the old leathered boys there doing a wee bit of this.
The
doing a bit of
production will be better. They're full on like lighting and the entrance and the filming, commentary. The DJ will be like the sound system will be bigger because it's a bigger hall and bigger venue. So it'll be a much
man.
better production, and that's something that I wanted for the start. The first actual Havoc was a big production because I filmed it all and the lights and that, but
It's popular as
the
well.
room's just too small. It's just too small. The changing rooms are just too small.
But it's
Everybody's
good for
there.
what it is.
Aye.
You need to have these shows as well.
I think
They're
so.
all part of it.
100%. But if you're wanting good pro fights with international guys, I'll probably
You
even
need
need
to
a
take a step
bigger
up.
one than the Made Hill one, but it's just the step I'm going in. And
Good, man. I'm glad.
I see, like wrestling, you have your SummerSlam, you have your Survivor Series Royal Rumble. He does Havoc and Mayhem. They're just my wee guys, and then I'll
gonna be a big-
build to a WrestleMania type thing. You know what I mean? That's the plan.
Aye, but that's how you
Just-
can't just jump for fucking.
Just while you're on WrestleMania,
Oh.
did you see them talking about WrestleMania?
I watched it. Like, so Money in the Bank.
It's the first
John
thing.
Cena comes out. It's in London. Ross, I know you don't like the old wrestling.
That's not that I don't like it.
I will wrestle my balls on your forehead. If I said that.
Poor Chad.
So, aye, Cena comes out, and I'm not a Cena guy, right? I don't like John Cena, but he is the good guy of all wrestling. He's getting a bit old as well. But aye, it's in
good
London.
shape.
It's in London. He drops the fucking WrestleMania thing.
They're trying to get it to WrestleMania, but they ask Hunter, and he's like, it takes a bit of time to get this sorted, because I didn't realise that actual places pay for WrestleMania to go there because it boosts their economy.
Aye.
So if
It's
they're
a full
going to
weekend,
Miami,
innit?
They pay you.
you as Miami get paid for the WrestleMania to come to your country, state, whatever it is.
Fuck,
you
you
want.
jizz
Because it's
this.
like a week. It's the biggest event in the
But you
world.
think about it, you end up with like Raw, SmackDown, all that within the week, and then you've got all the build up with all the other stuff that comes along with WrestleMania.
So see the rivals in AEW. I don't know if you know this. I'm a Jericho and that. So they, what do you call him? Who owns it? He owns Fulham. Somebody can't remember his name. That's terrible. But so they booked Wembley, and they sold 65,000 tickets right after that. The Wembley Arena. So I think they've seen that and seen if AEW can sell that much, we could clearly do like a WrestleMania in Wembley Arena for
here-
100,000 or
but
something.
here's the thing.
Easy.
Is,
Easy, man.
is London going to pay to bring in WWE?
I think so. Because it's a full week.
I know it's a full week, but is it a place that really needs...
It's like the biggest sport.
I know,
event in the
listen,
world.
I know that.
They're selling out stadiums for fucking
But
American
they've never
football
came
games.
back since SummerSlam 91, then they done Money in the Bank at the weekend.
They done that
Really?
one in Ireland?
No. Cardiff, the
Cardiff,
castle
was it?
thing, but that was just a one-off shitty show. To then, let's fucking bring WrestleMania here, it's mental.
It'd be good.
Oh,
It'd
it'd be
cool as
amazing.
fuck.
Aye. We need to go to that.
Oh, we'd definitely
Aye.
be there. I'd like to go to
Gold Dust,
I'd like to go to WrestleMania just in general.
Aye,
Like
see
a
in
bucket.
Dallas or something.
Aye. Like proper American.
come on,
Like fuck this UK shit. I want to go to like proper
Aye, so, yeah,
American.
same.
Like big
Chicago.
tall beers and like making signs. But guys, we've shoot our shit. We've said what we've got to say. Now fuck off. But no, we
Get yourself.
have how's Patreon doing this month?
Go fuck yourself, Lewis Capaldi.
Is that my new drop?
Ron Burgundy.
Patreon's is slow and steady, I think, but
But
we need to get some good mere content out there. I think keep them
Keep
them all happy. You know what I mean?
So for the guys for London, Jamie's coming down and he's going to film the last part of the process of the cut,
The dark part.
the dark part. So you're going to get some pretty intense viewing on the Patreon.
I think a lot of people will find that hard to believe.
I don't think Jamie will fit. I think this guy won't even understand what's fucking going on. I think he's going to shit his wee draws.
I'm getting myself mentally ready for it.
You fucking you might need to.
It's the bad bit, like.
So there's going to be that
for you.
kind of stuff. I know, and it's uncharted water for me. So there's that coming on to Patreon once we've filmed it. There's obviously going to be some stuff down there when we catch people, and we'll do some interviews with them down there. There'll be behind the scenes shit that's going on. So
We've got the charity match video going up this
charity match going up. Chris Bungard's going, "Let's go, fuck you."
Like I scored 2 goals and told doesn't even know it's me to score. Like I don't know what the fuck he was watching. No, that's actually Bungard that scored that goal. 10 minutes later.
But aye, so give us a like, give us a share.
Subscribe.
Any questions, mind drop us your stories. In fact, we've had a story for a while, but we've never actually read it. We'll catch it next time around.
No had anything since Super Noodle Titties, eh?
No, there's something in there.
Is it?
Aye. Somebody posted one maybe like 3 weeks ago. But there's one there anyway. But aye. Do you know what happens if you're in a non-fault claim? Can't do it.
So on the way over for my haircut, shooting hoops in Pelican Bay, some cunt tail light at me right up the ass. No Vaseline, no spit, no lube, no nothing.
It's rude.
So, but it wasn't no my fault. Who
Well,
can I phone?
I know a company
Ghostbusters.
called G4 Claims.
Nice.
They are some of the best customer service you're going to receive. Their whole game plan is to get you back on the road as smoothly and as quickly as possible without any stress.
That's music to my ears.
Now here's the question, Ross Cooper, we're going to put you under pressure. Where can we contact these guys?
Not at faultclaim.com.
So the link
Here.
will be in the bio where you can
phone
contact them.
You can phone them at 01698 767 172.
You should know that number by
It's
now,
hard
man.
to remember, mate.
Mate, I've been doing it for like 5
I
weeks
know,
now. Every
but
single week.
I'm a quarter Irish, mate.
Brilliant. Thanks, young Jamie, for saving the day.
Cheers,
but guys, you've been involved in a non-fault claim accident on the roads, then G4 Claims will get you the utmost care and something else, and you can find the link in the bio.